Go, Jason! Jason!
My name is Jason Carty. I'm a short sprinter. I do 60 metres, 100 and 200.
Go, Jason!
I was quite pleased with the performances, considering where I was coming from. I wanted to come here faster, but I think I made a good account of myself. I came silver medalist, running 7:22 in the final, after running 7:21 in the semi. Well, in April, I was having a few breathing problems, so I went to the hospital, and after being examined and having an X-ray, they found a shadow on my lung. The doctor at the time said I may have cancer, but didn't confirm it. Then after a few tests, after about 6 weeks, it was confirmed that I had lung cancer. So on July the 8th, I had my lung cut out, and from then it's been quite tough. I've had chemo and I've had to rehab my body and try and get back to some kind of fitness. I wasn't sure whether I was coming to Daegu to run, because I wasn't quite where I wanted to be. But as the weeks progressed, I started to get back some shape, so I decided I'll come and compete. I wouldn't have come if I couldn't compete.
And I mean, the thing that I found really inspirational was the journey that you said you went through, about how when you first started, you couldn't even walk around the block.
Hi there.
Hello, I think coming up with chatting a little while.
Smile then.
Yeah, when I first started, I couldn't even get up the stairs, I couldn't walk around the block, but slowly I got to the end of the road, then I'd walk back, then I'd walk, halfway around the block and walk back, till eventually I was walking for almost an hour. And then it took me about 2 to 3 weeks to even just stride. But it was all very, very difficult. It wasn't an easy process. I was in a lot of pain all the time, where they cut me and opened me up. So it was a difficult journey.
Yeah, I mean, you said that the doctors did not believe you when you said lift up your arm and stuff, didn't they?
Well, luckily, because of me being a coach myself and understanding certain parts of anatomy, I was able to get the physio and the masseuse to go through my body, and we slowly but surely got the movement back, and then I had to work at it so I could lift my arm up and get back into some kind of shape. I mean, I was even in the gym and even doing weights. I couldn't, I'll do 1 rep and it would take me like 10-20 minutes just to recover. So to get it back to the normal 3 to 4 minutes, it took ages. It was mind-boggling. So no energy. It was really bad, especially with the chemo. Being under so much fatigue and trying to train through chemo. The doctor said it was unheard of, but I managed to do it. It was hard. I wasn't always at the same levels, but I managed to do it.
So the doctors did not believe that you could actually make the progress that you made, so you actually shocked them?
Yeah, they said they've never seen it. They've never really seen anyone do the levels that I was doing. No, it was unheard of.
What was the most challenging part of coming back to the school after having cancer? Because normal people have cancer, and it's almost like, for them it's like a death sentence, but for you, you saw it as like a new lease of life. Like,
Well, I wouldn't say it was a new lease of life. It is like carrying a death sentence, because you don't know what's going to happen from, you know, every 4 weeks when you got to go to the hospital to get a blood test, check your bloods, check your counts, see where you're at. You don't really know. You know, if something suddenly hurts, you think, oh no, have you got something there? Or if your eye hurts, or if you see a spot of blood, you get a bit concerned. So it's still mind-boggling, but you just got to carry on.
so you almost got to almost like full fitness, and that's less than 8 months.
Yeah, about 8 months. I'm almost there. I mean, I've still got some work to do, but I'll see it on this next phase of training how it goes before I make a decision whether I'm going to carry on. But I'll give it a go first before I give up. Well, when they said to me, right, okay, I would ask the question, right, can I perform to the level that I was performing at? No, it's very unlikely that you'd be able to perform you'll be at the back of the pack. So I thought to myself, well, if I'm going to be at the back of the pack, I can't compete. But as I started to train, even though I'd be out of breath and really be short and really be gasping, because I've had asthma before, the lack of air I could cope with. So therefore I just kept pushing. And as I kept pushing, I was getting more capacity. So, and as I got more capacity, I thought to myself, right, the numbers were starting to stack up. So I think, okay, I can compete. It might take time, but I can compete. See, the only thing I was worried about was full starts, because every time someone full starts, I have to go back to the line, and I don't recover as quickly as everyone else. But I got around that by practicing full starts in training. So that got me around it. So anytime anyone full starts now, I'm ready to go. So it's cool.
The norm is not always the inevitable outcome. Kind of created your own norm from your own belief system, right?
Definitely. I think if you've got enough self-belief and you want to push, I think you can, you know, the human body is amazing, it can adapt. But again, in this circumstance, I am coming from a very high level in the first place. So, and no two cases are the same, are they? So in this case, I would say where I've worked hard and where I've had the training base, it's enabled me to do what I'm doing.
Right from the beginning, you've been extremely positive. You know, even from when you found out you had it, you've been very, very positive, almost to my worry that is this for real? Like, is it really this upbeat about it? Do you know what I mean? And I figured you may not even realise it, that's helped you deal with it somehow. Do you know what I'm saying? What has told you to have that kind of positive?
I think basically, indirectly, if you really know the journey and the life story, life has always been difficult. So I've had to, you know, cope with things that maybe, you know, in the sense whereby from the day I was born, it was a struggle. I mean, my mother had me very young, you know, at the age of 15, back in the day. So you can imagine how the stigma and no support network, and it was just me and her just growing. So from that alone, it makes you the person that you are today. So I think that's where the strength comes from.
Character was already built from life experience.
From life experiences, definitely. And I would say my environment has made me. So therefore, it's helped me to go through these kind of exceptional circumstances.
One last thing, if there's anyone out there that you want to say anything to about what you've been through in life to get to the place where you want to be, what would you say to them?
I would always say that, you know, nothing in life is easy, but you just got to have positive thinking and just believe in yourself and believe in your support network and the people around you, and you know, you pull through.
And I think that message goes across the board. It's not just about sports, it's
No.
not just about everyday life and like the people that you surround yourself with.
Definitely.
The people that you mix with.
Definitely.
Anything else that you want to say?
No, I leave it there.